Hey guys, Matt here from Seeds of Awareness. Welcome to the Awakening series. This is episode 2, and in this episode I'm going to be discussing about how to silence the mind. So silencing the mind is a challenge for so many people because when we're trapped in the mind and it's swirling with doubts and negative thoughts and insecurities and what people call the monkey mind, which is basically a term describing how the mind is this always jumping from thought to thought, like a monkey jumping through the trees. Life can become really distressing. We don't really get a sense of peace, and we therefore have to rely on external things to give us that peace. The only way people can silence the mind in those instances is through things like food and drugs and alcohol and sex and thrills and things like that. But there is another way to silence the mind that doesn't mean we have to rely on those sort of short-lived thrills and highs and addictions, which can be harmful to the mind and body. But to understand how to do this, I need to talk to you about the different realms that we live in. So in my opinion, there's two main realms that we live in as human beings, and that's the realm of thought, the realm of the mind, which is the realm of thinking and ideas. But then there is this felt realm, the realm of feelings, the realm of the senses. And so, in my opinion, the realm of the senses and the realm of thought are meant to be combined, are meant to be merged together. And I actually think that we're meant to be led by the realm of feeling. We're felt beings. We relate to this world through feeling and through the senses. So, what I mean by that is that we feel things first, whether that be through sensations in our body or what we call intuition or what we call emotions and things like that. We feel that, and that's what drives our behavior. That's what navigates our decisions, and that's basically our compass for how we move through the world, or at least I think we're supposed to. And then the mind is there to think of the logistics. So we feel we need to go do something, we feel we need to go talk to someone, we feel we need to pursue this career, we feel we need to explore something within us or do something creative, and then the mind is there to think of the practicalities, which, okay, we need to walk over there, we need to open that door, we need to get that, we need to sign up for this, we need to contact that person. That's what I believe the mind is there for. It's a tool. And in the human being, it's a very advanced tool. It's what separates us from all the other animals in the animal kingdom, because other animals, they can feel all they want to do things, but their intellect limits them dramatically. They can't do so many of the things that we humans can do, and it's a major skill. But what's happened over time, especially as the result of our culture and our education system, especially in the Western world, we've been raised in these societies that are obsessed with living in the realm of thought. Everything's dominated by the intellect. The intellect's regarded as like the highest faculty of man, but to the point where we've basically disregarded our other intelligence, the other realm we live in, which is the felt realm. So in our culture, we're led by the realm of mind, we're led by the realm of thought. That's how we're programmed and raised, and everything else is on the back burner. But I believe that we're meant to be led by the realm of the senses, the realm of feeling, and the intellect is there to serve that intelligence. And most people have sensed that in their life. When they make a decision from their head, it always, it's hard to figure out what to do when they're approaching a challenge or something from the head alone. But when they trust their intuition, when they trust their body, when they trust their gut, it always leads them in the right decision. In the right direction. And I've never met anyone who said, "Oh, I regret trusting my gut. I regret." Or I did the right thing trusting my head over my gut. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that before. But as I said, we've been disconnected from that. So, in my opinion, silencing the mind is about learning to come back from that realm of only living up in the head and living up in the realm of thoughts and ideas, to coming back and living in the body. And I want you to put this to I want you to test this out sometime. If you're stuck in your mind, there's thoughts swirling around and you can't get out of your head and you don't know what to do, or you've got a challenge that you just can't seem to figure out and you this mind swirling around, stop everything and just come back to your senses. First thing you do, just Come back to how the clothes feel on your body. Come back to how the air feels gently brushing your skin. Come back to the smells that are around you. Come back to what the seat feels like underneath you. Come back to what your heartbeat feels like. Come back right into your body. Come back to the feeling of your muscles, the feeling, all of the senses, the feeling of your hair. And what you'll realize is that when you come back into your body in that way, and you come back into these senses, guess what happens? Your mind goes so silent. Your mind goes still, because you can't think at the same time as you're feeling. But it goes the other ways around. You can't feel at the same time as thinking. So we need to find a way to merge the two so that you're not severing them. And in my opinion, that can only happen by being led by our feeling, being led by our senses. So when you're ever stuck in your head and you want to silence your mind, it's really important to come back into a meditation, find some quiet space where you can relax yourself, and just bring yourself back into the body, bring yourself back into the senses. And another sense is the sense of sound, or even the sense of sight. Like the birds you can hear chirping here, come back to the birds, come back to what you can see, the colors. But don't just look at the color and go, oh, that's the color red. How does that color red actually resonate when it hits your body? Because everything is a vibration. So when the vibration of that color hits your body, take notice of how it makes you feel, because there's always this currents and energies and vibrations moving through the body that we can tap into at any second. And this is a vibrant intelligence. This can guide us through life if we allow it, if we tune into it. But most importantly, back to the topic of this video, it can silence the mind. And when you learn to live in that felt realm, as basically there are many people who live there permanently, their mind is always still. Their mind is so quiet, and that allows them to basically tap into the flow of life, let the energies of life carry them, and not let the monkey mind get in the way. And it gives them a sense of peace, gives them a sense of calmness and equanimity, where they can approach the challenges of life from this grounded, from this still place. And it takes a lot of work to get to that place. It takes a lot of work to come back into our bodies when we've been living up in the head for so long. But it's really, really worth it to feel that peace, so that and then the desire for, quick fixes, the desire for drugs, the desire for eating ourselves stupid just to silence the mind and numb ourselves, and take pharmaceuticals and other things, that starts to evaporate, because you realize you don't need that crap. You don't need all the quick fixes that Western culture tries to pummel into our face, so that giant corporations can just make their millions and billions. You can just find that sense of peace on your own by just coming back into the body. But if we also try to silence the mind just by what many people do is they in their meditation, they try to silence the mind by consciously thinking about stopping their thoughts. So they're sitting or lying there going, okay, stop, no thinking, I'm going to focus on not thinking. But that's approaching it from the same place where the thinking is coming from. You just can't do it. You can't get rid of thinking by thinking about it, because that in itself is thinking. You can only get rid of your thoughts or silence your mind by coming back into the senses, coming back into the realm of feeling. It's really the only way. So anyway, I'll stop there, and I really hope that this has given some food for thought, or food for feeling, and that you've got some value from this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.